There was a little interesting and alarming news today in the morning newspaper that there is an increasing number of young people indulging in early sex. So this gave me another idea to share my views on this. That why there is no option and there is no choice but the marriage. Give it a thought. Why is that there is an increasing number of young people are having early sex? What is the reason? Why they want to experience this much before the time? Is it because we adults have not realized the importance of making young people understand that what sex is for? Many of us taught our children the facts of life, thinking that we had done a complete job when we talked about the reproductive role of sex. It never occurred to most of us that this is just a small part of sex education. There is far too much to it. The lack of this information or the education could be a reason why young people are indulging in early sex or before they want to experience this act before the right time. There is a developmental scale in human relationship, you all know, beginning with child to parent and then progressing to friend, lover to lover, man to woman, and finally full cycle parent to child. I feel there is a when I compared with olden days, formerly or in olden days, a young girl had time between 12 and 18 to learn, to feel, to experience, to observe, to meditate, to experiment in the meaning of being an adult. And from 18 to 21, she had time to test her abilities to carry on adult responsibilities and also her ability to form friendship with both men and women before reaching a final decision on marriage. And now I feel that the growing up starts earlier because of her exposure to the world through social media or internet. She starts growing up prematurely and is considered to have been completed by 17, 16 or 17, let's say, at the latest. But it simply is not possible, my friend, no matter how you rush, for a person of 17 to be able to develop the judgment and the maturity that a slower pace would have ensured by 21. Indeed, the speeding up of the process may produce such dislocations that what the person might have become at 21 may not be impossible to achieve at all. I feel, my friend, that any relationship between two people is bound to be dynamic for a short time or a long period of time. It grows, matures, changes, becomes transmuted into another kind of relationship, perhaps more positive, sometimes perhaps negative too. Nor can its conclusion be foreseen in its earlier days. Not possible. This should lead one to question the concept of love at first sight. My friend, I feel that there are some of the essential elements to any joint relationship. The first and foremost, I feel, is confidentiality. For instance, surely a person with whom you are going to live over a period of time must be one in whom you have confidence and to whom you can give confidence. Confidentiality, by its nature, must be stepwise, time wise process. It cannot just happen in an instant. Another major element of a relationship, my friend, is empathy. The ability to feel with another person. Empathy must be two-way process, and and the infinite variety of cues and clues about each other's feelings and conviction is possible to learn except over a period of time. This also cannot happen instantly. The most delicate and critical element of a deep relationship, I feel, my friend, is trust. And there is absolutely no way of arriving at trust overnight. So it is obvious that there are no shortcuts to these qualities I have talked about. That is why thoughtful adults who have watched sadly and helplessly while young people try these shortcuts conclude that sex experience before confidentiality, empathy, and trust has been established can hinder and may actually destroy the possibility of solid permanent relationship. My friend, sexual acts between a man and a woman probably do not remain meaningful for any appropriate length of time outside marriage. It is the intent behind the legal ceremony of marriage that provides continuity to the sexual relationship, gives its meaning and validity, turns it into a something to develop, to deepen, to protect, and to sacrifice for. In the repeated sexual acts within marriage, a man and a woman are saying to each other, actually, I choose you once above all other, and I not choose you again. I will choose you tomorrow and next year and the next year. And when we are 40 or 50 or 60, and neither of us in any longer remain no longer attractive even. My friend, for herein lies the key. Marriage is not something imposed by society and religion. Far from it, I feel. Marriage is a state freely and consciously and joyfully sought by men and women. It is an elective state. Think of that. What is the secret of the highly constant polarity of most human beings for this relationship? The answer is that only within the self-sought marriage bond can two people create for themselves the security of peace and solitude and time. Lifetime by which they can accomplish that which is pivoted and central to all else, namely total communion. The need for a man and a woman for each other to complement and fulfill each other, and to establish a desirable partnership against the loneliness and rigors of life. My friend, time to laugh, to cry, to fight, to work, to hope, to fear, to know each other, to procreate, for all these shared experiences. The state of marriage is essential, not only as a symbol, but as a protector. My friend, a durable partnership against the loneliness and rigors of life. Only time can assure this. First, time to grow up into the person you want to be. Then time to identify and get to know the person you want to relate to, and long last. And then time to commune with the person within the permanence of the marriage relationship. My friend, marriage is the inevitable, inescapable requirement, I won't say arrangement, between two people, and for healthy relationship. If it is really meaningful and healthy, then there is no question of hurrying up our children or children getting excited to enter this stage prematurely. Thank you very much.